Saturday morning, January 21st, 2017, over at the 16th Street Clinic for Women, as they call themselves. This is one of 3 abortion mills in Indianapolis. This is one of the only ones that's fairly consistently open on Saturday morning. In fact, the only one that really is consistently open on Saturday mornings. So, here I am. Just my microphone windsock cover here a bit. Only people here right now are the workers. The aborted mothers have not yet arrived. For that I am thankful. That is gracious and holding the back, at least so far. But I have a gospel message for those who are inside. Thankfully, my speaker will allow me to communicate with them. I'm just talking to this thing right now. Sister Catherine over here, a veteran, been here for many, many years. You may have seen her in some videos before, I can't recall. But, message of the gospel, God does indeed save murderers. Those who are guilty of murder of heart, like any and everyone, will see this video. Those who are guilty of actual bloodshed, they can make as clean, as white as snow, is the text I'm going to look at, as I proclaim the truth of the gospel to those who are inside here. As soon as I open my Bible to Isaiah chapter 1. Good morning. We find ourselves here again. My name is David Hewitt. I am with Psalm 82 Ministries, psalm82.com. That's the word Psalm and the number 82, no spaces. Also, more importantly, I come as a representative from Reformed Church of the Holy Trinity in Morgan County. That's reformedholytrinity.org. And most importantly, as a representative of Jesus Christ, who is God over all, forever praised. I stand out here to proclaim to you the good news of Jesus Christ, the gospel. For the time being, it's something for which I am thankful. No others have shown up at this place to kill their children. But yet those who are inside this building, who week after week, day after day, practice abortion, which is the murder of unborn children, children in their mother's wombs, the place where God has put them, where they ought to be saved, but instead premeditated to take the lives of the most innocent among us. This is a grievous sin. This is a horrible thing. It's something for which I call you to repentance, to turn away from sin, to turn to the one true God. I'd like to read a passage from the book of Isaiah, from the prophet Isaiah chapter 1, which says, "Wash yourselves, make yourselves clean. Remove the evil of your deeds from before my eyes. Cease to do evil. Learn to do good. Seek justice. Correct oppression. Bring justice to the fatherless. Plead the widow's cause." So many of these young women coming here, single mothers, and make no mistake, you know as well as I know that they are already mothers. They carry with them their unborn children. Real human beings, just like you and I, just significantly younger. It is not a just thing to take their lives. It's an unjust and evil thing. It is a great sin to murder them. But you see, the text is not finished. In Isaiah 1:18 it says, "Come now, let us reason together, says the Lord. Though your sins be like scarlet." Though your sins are like scarlet, God has said, they shall be as white as snow. Though they are red like crimson, they shall become like wool. all of our sins, mine included, are a stain that cannot be removed by ourselves. And God sees the state of sin clearly, the wickedness that is in us, that comes from us. God makes it clear in the book of James that each one is led away by his own evil desires. There is a widespread belief that human beings are inherently good. This is a lie. We are inherently evil. This is the sin that is within us and our innate rebellion against God. And abortion is certainly a manifestation of this. A horrible one. To the tune of 60 million children that have been killed before they were born in this land. A good portion of my own generation was killed before it could ever see the light of day. The imagery is excellent here, especially considering the amount of bloodshed that goes on in this place. Because it is true that you're guilty of murder, and you make the women who enter as guilty of murder themselves. But you see, I don't just stand out here to say that. You may have noticed that I indicated that I myself am guilty of sin. I stand out here to tell you, as this verse contained directly, a message of hope. How can it be for a God who does not clear the guilty, who stores up wrath for his enemies? How can it be that our sins can be white as snow when they've been red like scarlet? That is the hope of the good news of the gospel. Because God can take away the stain of sin without compromising his own righteousness, because Jesus Christ bore the wrath of God and bore the sins of all who will believe. He took that punishment on the cross 2,000 years ago. And this is Jesus, who God sent. He is the God-man, completely God, completely man, born of a woman into this world, born under law, because he needed to obey God's law perfectly. Each of us is guilty of breaking it every day, and not just a little. Because God has said clearly in the book of James chapter 2, if we keep the whole law and get stumbled at just one point, we're guilty of breaking all of it. We are guilty because we have broken God's law, and we've done so happily. We desire our own wills, not the will of God. We want our own way and not the way of God. We have shown hatred toward God, however much we might seek to tell ourselves otherwise. But Jesus Christ came into this world and lived a perfect life, always obeying God, never sinning, unlike you and unlike me, and died on the cross, a satisfaction, or a propitiation, if you'd like to use a big word. A satisfaction, the wrath of God against sinners, so that we might be clean and forgiven and made right with God and adopted into his family. If we have faith in God, faith in Jesus Christ, faith in repentance, turning from sin and trusting in Christ and in Christ alone for salvation. It's his grace, his favor toward us that we do not deserve alone. That is our hope. And that's true for all of you in here who are guilty of murder as well. Jesus is a far greater Savior than any of us is a sinner, and I call you out of this place. Shut this place down. Stop the murder of the unborn. Turn instead to Christ and be saved. It's my prayer that that would happen continually, that God will be gracious and end this wicked business once and for all. The one who just pulled up in the vehicle just now, the silver car. I urge you not to go into this horrible place today and kill your child. Do not murder your baby this morning, because abortion is murder. Whatever anyone else has told you, God's word is clear. He hates the shedding of innocent blood, and your unborn baby is as innocent as they come. There's a better way. There's hope in Jesus Christ. I'd love to tell you more about it. Jesus Christ can save sinners. He can give you hope. He can give you eternal life. But the wrath of God remains on all those who persist in sin. They will not give you hope in this place. They'll just kill your baby and take your money, but we can help you. I'd love to help you. Anything you need, I'd even be willing to adopt your baby. Give me a place to stay, whatever it is, please. Please come talk instead of killing your baby this morning. Please turn to Christ and turn away from this place. Do not stumble into death. There is a better way.